I'm not even going to have a precursory conversation about all the things we've been up to the last few weeks, because who cares? When you've got Dr. Pimple Popper on, say that 3 times, your life is complete. You and I are going to have a field day with her, with all the questions we can ask her. Dr. Sandra Lee joins us in just a little bit.
This was one when you and I first talked about popping pimples that I wanted to do right away. I feel like she is my soulmate. I feel like she is my spirit animal. I feel like she is my person. I like to think sometimes I'm a certified dermatologist. As I tell my husband all the time, I brought the tools, which consist of Q-tips and that thing that with the circle that you mash down. I just hit my microphone. I was so excited. The stories about acne and I wasn't bad when I was a kid, but now that you're on air, I always say all the time, I wouldn't care about all of this if I wasn't on air. But when you have to deal with this and be in front of athletes that are looking at it, your entire crew, it's a situation. You've got your stories about it too.
Stories. I've had to deal with this since I was 13 years old. So again, my mom, sweet Kathy Thompson, as I was in the bathroom crying and I was taking her sewing needles or safety pins and trying to like pop my zits and then not like pretending like I was sick because I didn't want to go to school because I was so embarrassed. And I've been on Accutane 4 times. I've dealt with this for so long that now it's become comedy, but it wasn't always like that. And I know, we like to self-deprecate in a lot of ways and, just call attention to what is. But as a kid, it was really traumatizing to always break out. And I think that I really, really empathize with anybody that has, active breakouts like cystic acne, chronic acne, all the things. And so I'm really excited to talk to Dr. Pimple Popper for a lot of reasons, because she has really brought some levity to a situation that can be sad. I mean, for me, again, speaking from experience, and I've tried it all. So I'm excited to hear and learn more about skincare. And as I get older, I think that, I spend all this money on products thinking it's going to like help the situation. So I want to get all the advice I can from her. And I know that I've like scarred up my skin over all the years from trying to pop zits myself. Again, this lighter right here sterilizes needles. Always sterilize
I've never
needles.
tried that. I've done everything. So look, we travel for, a living. You have been in and out of these great hotel rooms. And some of the worst things, I always find I get these monsters. I'm a T-zone kind of gal, but I get the puppies on my chin.
Explain what a T-zone is for people that don't know.
I get the T-zone one. So right here in my forehead, not so much down along my nose. These ones right here inside. Oh my God,
those are
kill.
doozies. Erin, for those of you that are listening, she's pointing underneath her nostrils.
Good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then really it's my chin. That's the problem area. I have 3 or 4 places where it's a recurring situation, and it is like clockwork. You tell me we've got the Super Bowl. You tell me we have NFC championship. Didn't get one this time. Just any big game. And the worst is, I could go on and on. You get to site. No, let's just start over. You get to site. It's 2 days before and you're like, all right, this could be something.
Let's see. When's this coming to a head?
You start the heat.
Do we have
time?
Can we cover it up?
Yes. I start getting like mental. I'm like, if I start thinking good thoughts, it's going to go away. It's not going to be that big when I'm doing this monster matchup. It's going to be fine. You get there. I'm the person that I make sure every single person on my crew knows, hey, EA, what's up? What? Nothing. Well, I'll tell you what's up is the skin on my chin. It's so raised. I have a heartbeat. Can you see it? I let everyone know, from Joe, Troy, but the biggest person I let know, Rich Russo, God love him, our director.
That's your director. Mm-hmm.
I let him know.
No close-ups from that angle.
I always hold the mic. I'm holding it right now for all of our friends on YouTube to cover it. So I could have a monster on my chin. There's the mic. Well, everybody, great matchup today.
This is a great point to interject for all of you guys that are listening. All of you guys, I hope there's a lot of you. But for those of you that are aspiring broadcasters and maybe listen to us for some advice, what we're telling you is we have acne ensure that you are best friends, and you should be nice to everyone on your crew always, because trust me, everyone talks.
Yeah.
Reputations are the only thing you have. So be kind to everyone, even if you don't think they can do anything for you. That said, really be kind to the director and the lighting person because they are your best friend and they will save you if they can. Okay, go.
So, I mean, again, like I said, I let everybody know. We have to, back when COVID wasn't happening, go up and see these athletes. The worst is when you get them right before a sit-down interview. So I'm usually the one that I'll try to position the hair. If that doesn't work, I remember doing a Carolina Panthers game and I was talking to our buddy Greg Olson on the field. It was Carolina-Pittsburgh and freaking I had the biggest one on my chin and he was talking to me and I almost stood with like an angle with my back to him, but like this. And I was like, so what?
So he didn't see it?
Yeah. How do you think the offense is going this, my shoulder? And he's like trying to turn around and I'm like turning. It is so awkward. So I always try to position my body.
I've cut bangs.
Oh, wow.
I've cut bangs before. Yeah. I cut bangs one time because I was having a full forehead breakout. I'm opposite. I either get full forehead or I get jawline. And my dermatologist is like, this is so me. Well, you get that because you have high testosterone. Oh, no kidding. Oh, you didn't have to tell me that. That apparently when you break out on your jawline, it means that you have an excessive amount of testosterone in your system. Who knew? So those are my issues, which are actually easy to cover up because to your point about the hair, you can, or I'll do a lot of this. Sit with my hands on my chin, which is or on my jawline, which is probably why I'm breaking out. But I cut bangs one time. Okay, I never told this story. And my agent, who's no longer my agent because he now runs WWE.
Rich.
I called Nick Khan crying. Yeah, Rich. Not Rich Russo. That's different. He's rich too. Differently.
So rich.
In
Big
love.
house.
I was working a hockey game. I can't remember who it was. I mean, I was so traumatized by my acne. I can't remember who the game was. I was on the road in a hotel room. I had went to town the night before. Like just thought like, and again, that lighting in the hotel room, it's similar to how you've talked about the airplane. That lighting just wants to show you anything and everything. So I went to town thinking like, okay, I got him, right?
Yeah.
Like I got him in. I got it in
what
while
did you
I
use?
could. I didn't
what
do
did
too
you
much
use?
To get him.
Yeah.
I always travel with the safety pin.
Oh, okay. Sometimes you have to ask downstairs for a sewing kit. You know what I mean?
Sewing
Do you have a
kit.
sewing kit?
Yes, of course I've done that too. But that's what or I've been really lucky on dry cleaning. The safety pin will be hidden on somewhere to like secure the pants on there. So yeah, when in doubt, that's happened to me in the house before when I can't find one. And it's like a bobby pin. How come whenever you want to find a safety pin to pop it, you can't find it? You're like, motherfucker. So I'm in a hotel room. I'm working for Versus. Big hockey gal.
Oh, yeah.
And I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, fuck. There's no way I can go on air. There's no amount of concealer.
Where is it?
Oh, it's everywhere.
Oh,
babe,
it's a
like
lot
we're
of
talking
them.
cheeks, forehead. It's everywhere. I'm so embarrassed, and now I'm crying. I'm like, I have to make up a story that I got sick. I got food poisoning, and I have to get out of here. I can't work this game. I can't go. I can't sit and talk to cute Doc Emmerich. I can't do it. I'm so embarrassed. I call Nick. And at that point, like I told Nick everything. Like Nick got me my first divorce lawyer. Like there wasn't anything I didn't tell Nick. But even this, I was going to be like, I can't tell him. I'm calling out sick of this game because I have a full acne breakout. But I did. I was like, I feel so bad. You got to get me out of here. You have to call. I don't remember who it was at Versus and get me off this game. So I called in sick because I had a full on meltdown because of my acne. There you go, Nick.
Wow.
I lied to you for the first and last time ever. Yeah.
And that's
how
hard.
bad
We
it
don't
was.
call. That's sad. I actually feel really bad about that. That's not just a big zapper on your chin that you're, you know.
And I'm going to tell you why too, because you had to go and Versus, like you had access. Like you always get better access that's like way better than any other sport, right?
Yeah.
You're like going on the benches. So I'm like standing next to the coach and I was like, I can't do it. There's no amount of makeup with that fluorescent overhead lighting in. I know. It's okay. You don't have to feel bad for me. I lied. I shouldn't have lied, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Well,
so yeah,
I haven't called in sick, but I've had the moments. I was trying to write them down for you the other day. Like in the hotel, we were trying to figure out, like you said, it's great lighting, especially after you've had a few drinks. You're on the road. You're like, I'm a dermatologist. I can handle this. I remember it wasn't my first All-Star game for Fox. It was maybe my second. It was New York. It was great. I had a massive zapper and it was just not getting better. Well, what does everybody tell you to do? Leave it alone. Don't tell me to leave it alone because I'm not going to leave it alone because you know what? Before
that's
I go
like when
to bed,
someone tells us to relax.
yeah. I'm not calming down and I'm not leaving my zit alone. I think if I could give it one more poke and squeeze, I got it. You just got to get to the heartbeat. You got to get there, get the pit out and roll with it. I can handle the blood. Anyways, I'm on the National League side, and Matt Harvey, I think, started that game. And I was like, I just had this doozy. Yep. And the makeup artist in New York was like, just don't touch it. Leave it alone. Well, we kept putting like makeup on it. Well, what's that doing? It's just festering.
Nothing.
It's growing. It's getting bigger. It's got a heartbeat.
Mount Rushmore.
Whitehead a la mode. And so I was like, right before he came out, because you get the player right after he comes out, I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm going. So I grabbed my mirror, and I'm around other reporters, and I was like, I don't care. I just squeezed it really fast.
No, you did it.
He comes off the field. They're like, Pete Macheska, God love him. He's got a Jersey accent. Erin, you ready for Matt Harvey? I was like,
that's her producer for baseball, who's a dream, by the way.
Dream. I was like, you know what? I'm going to need a minute. I think Mets PR said he needs a minute. Well, we needed a minute because I was having like Jupiter come out of my nose and Saturn's rings. It was just oozing. So I was like, all right. And then I looked at the makeup artist. I'm like, we have to fix this. And she goes, you are bleeding. I can't do anything about it.
We got a bleeder.
I get really gross. I've heard if to stop bleeding, you can sometimes use lip balm. So I like literally take like cherry chapstick and rub it on the wound.
Why didn't you tell me this? And why cherry?
Why? It's just what I had handy, little chapstick situation. And I rubbed it on the wound. It was fine. It stopped bleeding. We caked on the
God, you're a dream.
We caked on the makeup, and I think I did the interview like side profile to Matt Harvey. How'd it go? What was it like starting in your, team's town? I mean, what a mess.
Oh my God. You're a better person than I am. You fucking just pop that zit and go out and do the interview. I'm calling in sick.
Yeah. I mean, no, I've done it all. I was going down memory lane with the tournament coming on. We did Greg Oden's high school basketball game because obviously he was going to be a big recruit for Ohio State. It was at Hinkle Field. I got put with Bill Raftery and Jay Billis and Sean McDonough, and I had this monster on my chin. We went out. We had some cocktails, if anyone knows Raft. I got back. I had a lot of onions. Send it in, Jerome. I had a lot of courage in me. Popped it and then put whitening toothpaste on it overnight. Woke up with a massive sore on my face. There was no chapstick covering that. I mean, it was just full-blown drama. Open wound, pop, pop goes the weasel. The weasel goes pop.
Oh, I actually want to ask Dr. Pimple Popper. That brings me to thought. I want to ask her where this toothpaste thing came from because I've tried it so many times and it never works.
Our moms.
These are incredible stories. The things I learn about you on our podcast, Erin, stars, they're just like us.
I mean,
ladies and gentlemen.
I'll sleep, I'll think about it, like the needle going in with the cortisone. I'm like, maybe if I envision it like Giselle Bundchen, like, her like thinking things and happiness and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, if I think the needle's going in my sleep, I'll wake up and it's gone. No, still there. Heartbeat, volcano, great.
I mean. Leave it alone. When in doubt, leave it alone.
Calm down.
Things we can never do. If you like acne, this is the podcast episode for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.